Rhipsalis oblonga is a jungle cactus that is native to Brazil and Suriname. Oblonga just means that it has oblong leaves, which I guess it sort of does. I think as it starts to grow out a little bit more, I'll probably see a little bit more of its oblong nature, but I think I probably could have come up with a better species name for this one. This one's a little dusty. I've had it growing under my green wall, and I think it's collected a little bit of dust, maybe just by the nature of its leaves. They're kind of like a little cupped and curled along the edges. So I do have to probably dust this off soon and give it a little bit more of a kempt approach. And you can actually see how its roots are growing. As a matter of fact, I might actually need to top this off with a little bit more soil substrate. And because these are jungle cactus, they're not actually growing in a tremendous amount of substrate. So this is probably not unusual for a jungle cactus because it's growing underneath a forest canopy on some trees epiphytically, which means that it probably wants a little bit more well-draining soil. And typically the type of soil that I give it is a little bit of a barkier, a little bit more of a like rockier, kind of perlite-y kind of mix, and not a tremendous amount of soil substrate. So when I'm watering this, the water actually drains right through relatively quickly. And that's a little bit more of how the jungle cactus actually likes to exist, because if it's too much water, then it actually will get a little bit more root rot. Now I do like this particular species because it has like a little bit more of a flattened stem that actually does look like a leaf. And unlike other kind of cacti, it doesn't have any kind of thick bristles or spines that will hurt you, which is totally typical of jungle cactus, particularly the ones growing in the rainforest. Now I have this growing again under my green wall, so it's a little bit deeper into my space, so it's not getting a tremendous amount of light. As a matter of fact, it probably just gets that little bit of golden glow at the end of the afternoon hours, so it's a little bit more of a gentler light. Not up against my windows because the jungle cactus typically doesn't want to be in those high light conditions. Now, as far as fertilizing goes, this is not a heavy feeder. So if you're giving it a little bit more like a succulent fertilizer, like a 2,4,7 or a 3,4,7 on a quarterly basis, then this plant is going to be super happy. And as far as pests go, I have not had any problems whatsoever with my Rhipsalis. So I think it's a really resilient, versatile plant, especially if you don't have a tremendous amount of light in your space and you need something that is relatively non-fussy.